Hello, everyone. Thank you for those who were able to make it and did come to the practice session for the coronation. First of all, the coronation is next weekend at Parliament time. I hope that you can all attend. From the practice session we've done today, it looks like it's going to be a really good event, and we should have lots of people. And I would love to see all of your beautiful faces.
We haven't messaged all our allies yet, all of them, and the current number is already very high, so it's really
that will be done hopefully over this week. So, first of all, obviously, welcome everyone to today's Parliament meeting. We have many important things that we're going to discuss today, but before we do that, as many of you know, around the world, in many countries around the world, today is Remembrance Sunday, where, as you can see with the poppies outside, today is where officially countries mark and remember the 80 years since the end of World War II and nearly over 100 years since the end of World War I. So if the House would allow me, we're going to do a tiny little service today, including a 2-minute silence, if that's okay. And I'm going to read a story, if that's okay.
Quickly, before Mr. Speaker, I'm very sorry to disturb people.
Yeah, for some reason.
I don't understand how you can be confused when we pointed the date of the coronation event out 20 million times. If this were the coronation event, it first of all would not be in the Parliament stage channel, would it? Second of all, it would not. There would be more than 23 people, I hope.
Anyway, back to the thing. The House will allow me. Excuse my voice. I'm going to read you a story. Okay. It's a story of a young man called Henry Nicholas John Gunther. He was born in Baltimore, Maryland, United States. Unfortunately for him, he's American. God bless him. On the 6th of June, 1895. His mother and father were German immigrants who moved to America in search of a better life, like so many did in the late 1800s. Henry grew up in an ordinary working-class American family. Your white picket fence kind of family. He was not especially academic, nor was he bad at school. He was good enough to, in 1914, at the age of 19, he applied for a job as a bank clerk in Baltimore, Maryland. He worked there until 1917, when he was conscripted into the United States Army, joining Company A of the 113th Infantry Regiment, 79th Division, one of thousands, if not millions, of Americans who were called up to fight and perhaps die in a war that engulfed the world since 1914. He arrived in France in May 1918 and served on the Western Front during the final stages of the war, taking part in the 100-day offensive, which brought the collapse of the German army. In November 1918, his unit was transferred to a place that I could not pronounce, Barto, but I sent you the name. Do you want to say it? Because I cannot say the French word.
Let me quickly say it. In Chaumont-Devant-Damvillers.
On the morning of November 11th, the men of his section woke. They were happy. They were excited. They were all told the day before that 11 a.m. today, the war would end. They would return home, see their families, and leave the misery of the trenches behind them. But at around 10 a.m., Henry's unit was sent out on one final patrol. On that patrol, they came across a German gun position. Without orders, Henry took it upon himself to charge the enemy alone. The Germans, also knowing that the war was only minutes away from ending, fired warning shots and shouted at him to stop. But he kept running. At 10:59 and 32 seconds, Henry was shot and killed instantly by the German machine gunner, aged 23. He was the last known soldier to die in World War I, less than 1 minute before the end of the war. His story is one of millions of young men whose lives were needlessly cut short in this bloody war that engulfed Europe and the world between 1914 and 1918. It is, I'm afraid, a lesson of that war that the future generation did not learn. As for twice within the first 50 years of the 20th century, generations of young men were sent to fight and die. We will be in a second holding a 2-minute silence, but just before then, Barto's going to play the last post. When that finishes, we will hold the 2-minute silence. Could we all stand, please, during the 2-minute silence here in game? Barto, if you would play the last post.
Hold on. Could I invite this?
They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn them. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. Thank you, everyone, for doing that. It was very nice, very moving. I now call upon the Premier to address the House on the matters of state that has been conducted throughout the week. FMIG, you may address the House.
Hello, everybody. All right, everybody, we have a lot of things to talk about today. But, well, the first thing on the topic of, previously about World War I, World War II, Remembrance Day. I would love to end that with a verse from the Bible saying, "Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends," which is exactly what those soldiers did during World War I and World War II to protect their countries. On both sides, they protected their countries, and it was very amazing on what they did. Exactly. Thank you, everybody. Now, I wanted to announce, that we have expanded Stonesville. We have expanded it by roughly about 100 chunks, 150, something like that. And you guys can check out the Dynamap now. And it is very big. Some may say a bit too big. And we are also very close to reaching a deal with Prisma, right? To expand Elskagard to where I think that they should be pretty much happy with their land size. This right now they are currently at over 1,000 chunks right now, which is very big, right? Like the whole state, and they'll bring them up like by a few hundred chunks anyway. So, on top of this, in other news, the church in Sonomania is very close to being finished, right? We are almost
Sorry
there.
to
Where
disrupt. Luke said if you would like to see the map of the expansion, it is in general.
Yeah. Right. So yeah. Okay, and then we obviously also have yeah, the church is almost done, right? I would like to see that once the church is done, we're gonna like start doing like the outside area, because the thing is that the church may be done, but it looks like a very empty area. And once we can like get that whole area like with some trees and stuff like that all done, that'd be very good. On top of that, in terms of recruitment, we did recruit 3 people this week, which is very good, very great for us, right? However, that didn't meet our goals, which of course basically it was the first week of the new minister of recruitment, which in my opinion ain't that bad, right? They're just getting stuff set up, and I expect them to be a lot better next week, right? On top of this, right? It has come to my attention that Elskagard will be purchasing Daily from Michiva, and their vassal for $350,000. Uh, further connecting Stonesville and Chusay together, and also New Burgetyke will be also taking a chunk out of that land as well, as you can also see as you can also see by the map that he has posted in the general chat. Let's see what other things that we have to talk about today. Yeah, and also on top of that, in terms of the amendment that was proposed last week, it has passed both the House of Assembly and the Senate, and will be this week. Well, probably after Parliament, we will be opening that up for citizen voting, as it is an amendment. Obviously, the citizens have to vote on that, and that's roughly about it, I would say.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Premier.
Yep.
You may sit down.
Yep.
Does anybody have any business to bring up to the House today? Actually, May the Right Honourable Leader for Ausgard may address the House. Hello, Luke.
No, I'm sorry. I would like to talk about our recruitment, building, and our upcoming expansion. I've been on a vacation for the past 3 days, but after this land deal is complete, terraforming in Jusei will begin as soon as possible.
Here.
Recruitment will start soon as we have homes ready.
Excellent. And I would like to just add on top of, I know you might still be speaking, Luke, but Justin's made great progress on developing one of the towns in Asgard. I'm really excited to see and get that in game. But on what Luke was saying and what FMIG was saying, and hopefully the Minister for Recruitment can expand on this later, we have to have a real genuine drive for recruitment across every Commonwealth. There are specific Commonwealths that are struggling more than others. Scodra's doing okay, actually, funny enough. Urbs Victorium is doing fine right now when it comes to recruitment, but Lacrona, Ausgard, and Solomania are struggling when it comes to recruitment. Ausgard, I think, is in a really good location though, because hopefully Ausgard can get a few people in, and you can just throw them straight into help building up and renovating the claim and make them a part of that project. But Solomania, and especially Lacrona, because it has the infrastructure.
Hopefully, we can change that. Is what Luke
Yes.
said.
But especially Lacrona, as Lacrona has the infrastructure to have a lot of people. I hope that grows in population rapidly, very, very quickly. Any other members who would like to address the House? Yes. I will yield the floor back to Luke.
I would like to thank Mr. Nice for his generous loan to the Shogunate of Elskegod to pay for daily. Because of his loan, we are able to expand the Elskegod to the point of becoming the largest Commonwealth in Thalvion, and we will be able to get Rose a town. Thank you so much to Mr. Nice. As your name suggests, you are indeed very nice. I yield the floor to Demetrius as soon as Bato is done reading.
I confirm that. Builder, you may address the House. Doing a great job paying off the national debt, FMRG, aren't we? Where are you? Great job paying down the national debt.
We're just becoming like America at this point. Also, Mr. Gabriel also wants to respond, but yeah.
I will yield the floor. Builder can yield the floor to Gabriel afterwards.
Mr. Speaker, am I allowed to speak?
Builder's typing something, so if you make it brief,
Okay,
then
sorry.
yes. You can speak, but just make what you're saying brief.
Very short.
I will speak after Builder.
That's fine then. 3 point something.
3.3 million.
There you go.
I would like to talk about recruitment. Even if we didn't reach our goal, we tried to get one person for the chrono, which is very good for us, as we have just started. And by next week, we will be able to get like 3 people for them.
That's wonderful. And speaking quickly on news of Lacrona for Teslav and Mr. Nice, and Lapala's actually here working on the project as well. We have begun building, haven't we, Lacrona's new factory, its new massive brewing factory, which will hopefully bring a lot of activity to the claim and also generate a lot of money. So Lapala will come to you after Mr. Nice has spoken. Mr. Nice, you may address the House if that's all that Builder's saying. Is that everything, Builder? No problem. Mr. Nice, you may address the House.
Thanks. So, I want to say, due to the increase of requests on loans financed by me, I will from now on maybe I thought about it to demand the payment of interests. So the percentage of these interests will be up to discussion. The reason for this is that I have nothing in return for the service I provide. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's fine. They're your loans. You can do with them as you want.
yeah, but I'm not sure how much I should do the loan. So I maybe thought about 5% or something, but I first want to know if that's okay for you guys, because I don't want to be now the bad guy, because uh, I give you money and I want to have it back at least. But yeah, then I thought, yeah, okay, I give you money and then give it back. Where is the advantage for me? So it would be good that I would get 5% of interests, if that's okay for you guys. Yeah, that's all for me to say.
Question. Is this going to affect current loans, or is it going to affect all like new loans?
That's a good question. Um, I think it should be for the next loans, not for this ones.
Mr. Nice, have you considered?
Because I think 3.3 million is more than enough for a nation to pay.
Mr. Nice, can I also
Yes.
wonder, have you considered establishing a bank in general?
What was the question?
Have you considered establishing a bank?
Not
BA.
now.
Not now.
Not yet.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you, Mr. Nice. I will yield the floor to Lapala, please.
What silence?
Lapala types
just,
as vowels.
I'll just read for Apollo. I just have gifts.
For who?
Gifts for
Puts down a piece of TNT.
for
Oh.
everyone. Oh.
Okay,
Mainly
well, you
bombs.
can start handing out gifts, and I will move on to someone else to speak. Who is anybody else who would like to address the house on any matters?
Holy shit. Oh, I do not have the inventory space for this. Hold on a second.
Yes, 1 second, Builder. Dra, do you have anything you would like to bring up about progress with Flanderia and joining a nation claim or anything like that? Any updates?
Yeah,
on
so
that?
I do have a update. Thanks
stand up,
thanks
stand
to THS, we now have Brickle back. So I want to thank him. Outside of that, we don't have anything.
Okay. Okay.
Mr.
Now, how many more
Speaker,
claims are there?
may I actually
second.
ask a question?
I yield the floor to Barto.
Yeah. Hold on, because I just don't have the inventory space. I'm very sorry for
From
littering.
where? Arise.
So this is a question to Drog. So considering Flanderia, when can we get the claims in the nation claim and do an event, like a little celebration for Flanderia joining? Because Iron Rose already knows about everything. So, in all honesty, you know, we can just move forwards, in my opinion.
Yeah, we could do it as soon as you guys are ready. We've been we could do it whenever you guys are
Do
ready,
we
basically.
do we add it as part of an extra thing in the coronation? Maybe when Flanderia gives your gift, Barto, it can be a way of you formally accepting Flanderia into the nation, and then claims can join the Falvian nation claim after the coronation. Suggestion?
I would
Or would you
would
like
be
it to be
down
separate?
for that, but the one problem that I do see with that is I would want two things to happen, which is one, I would like to hold some sort of celebration in Luxborn,
Mhm.
and the second is I would like to personally, like I did with Elskegod, I would like to personally place down the Flanderia banner.
Why
in the
don't we
Parliament.
why don't we do it Saturday as part of just coronation week, which is happening from Monday?
That I would be fine with that.
Yeah, Dra, you
That
fine with
depends
that?
on Rob.
That's fine with us.
Great, we'll do that then. We'll do Parliament time next Saturday. Flanderia officially joining event, and also, by the way, this is a week. This is coronation week from Monday, so claims, put up flags, put up buntings, build statues, do lovely things. Normally in the UK, we create a coronation quiche. I don't know why, but we do. Just random food items. Anyway, moving on. I will invite Builder back up because I know he wanted to address the house on the matter, and I will check my Parliament messages to make sure no one's been asking this week and I've been ignoring them. So, anyone, because I know Askus normally likes to.
I'd also
Sure.
like to address the
Once-
Parliament in a moment after him.
No problemo. No problemo. Okay. I'd also like to add that I would like each Commonwealth to have an office that houses starter kits for new players. Are the Commonwealth leaders who are here, are they okay with doing something like that? A building that can contain starter kits. Thank you, Builder. I will then invite, unless Rias, do you have a? I'm going to invite Arias to address the house first, then FMRG. Okay. Arias, you may address the house.
Arise, would you just like to type? Because you keep cutting off.
Okie dokie. Could someone message Arias and tell him that we can't hear him? In the meantime, we'll yield the floor to FMRG.
All right. So I would like to tell the Parliament that news has just came in that the church is pretty much done. Outside, like from a few blocks, it is like done.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was NSFW bot who finished it up just not long ago, and he just texted me, and he is in the Parliament, so I would like to congratulate him.
Bot.
Yeah, well, he is in the Discord, but he's not NSFW bot.
Which,
But
by the
yeah,
way, could you please change that name, please?
Nah, bro. I
For the
mean,
love
that's
of
his username.
everything.
That's his username, bro. I mean, I can't
Yeah,
change
but
that.
I mean, you'll be on the Stoneworks Smart watch list, dude. It's
Hey,
better to
bro.
just
Listen,
not.
listen.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
you
bro.
are.
Hey, bro. But yeah, I can't tell him to change his name. I can't tell him to change his name. But I would like to thank him that basically he has finished the church. He has been working on it a decent bit since yesterday, and
Yes.
yeah. So pretty much all we
Thank
got
you.
to do now is focus on the outside of the church, and then yeah, it's roughly about it. And Coronation's
Moving
ready
on.
to go.
Next person. Who's next? Anyone? Hello? Any
Right.
member?
Yes.
Elias. Is he back?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear him.
Just unmute him.
He's not muted.
It's because he properly muted you.
He's not muted. I can't hear him.
I can hear him.
I can't.
Well, everyone can hear him, but you, Morsens.
Can you hear me now,
No, I can hear
Morrisons?
you. I can
Hello.
hear you. I muted you and then unmuted you and it worked. So
Okay. Again, sorry. That's
Your
what you
second
get 1 o'clock at night for a shitty network. Okay. As my position with no relevant work inside the nation, I do wanted to propose the things if everybody could look at the mute chat in the parliament. Not in the mute chat, sorry, in the parliament stage chat.
right.
This is one of the two things. You see, the department of like the Supreme Court has no working whatsoever currently in the current working of the government. So I propose we give them a little work, a little distribution to handle the administrative stuff, including the constitution, as there are a lot of bills, lot of amendments, and our constitution is in dire need of editing, or let's just say updating. And I would say that there should be a particular branch to manage all that instead of just having it all scrambled. It hasn't been completed yet. Like, if you look at the table of contents, other than the Continental Assembly signatories, it still needs to add all the acts, all the constitutional amendments, and editorial authority clause, if granted by the Parliament. All the words in this document have been taken from the current documents without changing any meaning. Yes, yeah, some of the things have been added in accordance to the bills and the amendments that have been passed recently since the starting of this nation. So if the parliament does, like if the parliament can think on it, that would be great. Another thing I did wanted the parliament to discuss is that as we know how stoneworks work, there is no actual proper working in a democracy in a justice system. So either this or either just let's just say scrap the idea of Supreme Court and focus all the authoritarian work of making decisions on the state rulers and His Majesty. So if the Parliament can, please discuss on this topic.
May I already say one thing?
Yeah. Can I say something also?
No. Order.
No.
Order. Barto, you can address the house first.
Yeah. Can I just point out, Arias, you do realize that I'm getting coronated emperor, right? Because you message about you write kingship in here.
The kingship will change to emperorship. It is based on the old document. It hasn't even added Flandaria yet. It is still in work in product. It can be changed.
All right.
No.
Okay. Elysium.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I'm unfortunately not in the house currently. I'm in currently 28th queue because I woke up a bit late because of time zones.
Let's keep
and
going.
therefore-
Elysium, come on.
Yes, of course. And I rise in motion against the bill in its current state. The reason why I move is not because of the contents of it, but rather the inefficiency that will come in terms of the bill. The creation of a Department of Justice, it has good heart intention in theory, but when put into practice, it will only strain our already unfilled departments, and therefore be as inefficient will be inefficient. The issue the main issue I have is that we do not have enough players to fill this role. If we did have the players to fill the role, then I would gladly. But unfortunately, we need to look at the practical side of this bill. So I encourage Arias to update it and change it in a way that can sort of suit the current needs of the Fabian government. Of course, I can see and because of this, and also the current state is that we can already check and balance these kinds of things when needed. But currently, in its current form, I oppose the bill.
Okay. FMIG, do you have
May
anything?
may I
one
give
second.
answer to Alicia
One
after
second.
this?
FMIG, do you have anything you want to add on the bill, and then Arias can do the rebuttals to what you've said?
I would like to say that Arias can't even propose this legislation. He ain't an MP.
But he can suggest it.
I'm
and someone
not
can-
proposing it. I'm just suggesting it.
Order. But he can suggest it, and someone can propose it. Suggesting
Pretty
and
sure he
proposing
did
is
say
different.
propose. I don't know.
Anyway, what's your opinion on the
Said it.
bill?
Well, I've quickly flipped through, and I mean, obviously, I'm going to need to like study it a little bit more, see if there's any changes between the current constitution and this more properly formatted constitution, I suppose. I can't exactly I don't have any thoughts on it right now because I have yet to read it in its entirety.
Arias, respond to Alicia.
Yes. Okay, first of thing, adding also the remarks made by FMRG, I am suggesting this, not proposing this, even though I know this is a scrap idea as it has no value other than the constitutional document. I think it is more oriented. As for Elysium, I would say the department is made to pressurize. I mean, pressurize is not the correct word, but I can't seem to find the correct wording for it. But to help other departments to work, like we know that other departments are managed by simple ministries, but in reality, those ministries don't have a proper work within our nation, as most of them, only the people who are in charge of them are active, and citizens are dispersed into their own activities. There's no proper recruitment and all that. As for this department is only there for training, or let's just say recruiting people who can work on such documentation stuff, which also include making websites, law, writing, and stuff. Like it isn't just for the court, because the courtship will be managed by the kings and all that. It's for the writing stuff, I would say. As for the people, we don't have people enough to fill all the ministries. That is one thing. But recruiting can also help us because we are creating more opportunities for people, so it may bring more people in our nation. But it can be other way around, I don't know. It's just a suggestion. That's all.
Okay. What we'll do, Arias, is we will shelve it until next week when people have had a chance to read it and see if you can get an MP to propose it. Next matter of business. Anyone else?
May I please?
Alicia may address the House.
And I would like to thank the speaker for allowing me to address the House. I would like to just quickly ask the Premier if I can talk on the matters of Stoneville or if they have already been discussed.
Of course, you can elaborate more. I mean, we've already mentioned the fact that that it has been expanded, and we're currently in talks with Prisma to expand it even further. But if you want to elaborate on it, in terms of like the actual buildings that are going to be placed there and other factors like that, which I didn't cover, you can if you'd like.
Yeah. Oh, good. Thank you. So, as the current de facto mayor of Stonesville, I would like to just go into a bit of detail about what Stoneville was going to be set up. Of course, there was originally going to be 5 districts in Stoneville. However, as we have gotten the new land, we have decided to add 2 more, and through this we have gotten the names of these districts have been released. These are Peppermint Grove, Fishwick, Nightcliff, the Gardens. Diley is going to be another subject, and of course these are all subject to change, but these are the current ones that I am putting forward. We can deliberate about these at a later date, but in terms of buildings, we're going to be having. I've decided, sorry, that we have that we're going to be building a TBC headquarters inside of Stonesville. It'll be a massive tower that the TBC can work in, can film in. And create a lot of law about. We're going to be building a botanical garden.
Okay, thank you,
inside of-
Elysium, but we only have 5 minutes.
Okay, my apologies.
so
Oh, are you
I've
back?
brought, I brought Parliament down from an hour and a half to 60 minutes because I thought an hour and a half was too long. Just before we go, I do want to ask Luke, is the TBC soon going to be introducing international news that we can publish to the whole of Stoneworks rather than just internally? Is my question. Excellent. Does anyone have anything else? Because we have 5 minutes left. If not, we'll call this Parliament session adjourned.